The Derelict spacecraft in the original Alien movie has one thing in common with the xenomorph alien itself. They both use the same biomechanical design aspects. Because of this, people have always wondered if the Derelict craft was made by someone or if it was grown instead. It has even been speculated that the craft itself may even be alive. Ridley Scott is now trying to give us some of the answers to these bigger questions from Alien and its sequels, but we have to remember that there was a 33-year gap in between Alien and the prequel Prometheus. During that time, Alien fans had decades in order to draft fan theories as to where the alien came from, where the space jockey came from, and how exactly the derelict ship was created. As I already said, the derelict craft shares its biomechanical traits with the alien creature itself. It was this fact that led many an alien theorist from back in the day to come up to the conclusion that the derelict craft may be a living vessel. I mentioned the 33-year gap between movies, but there was also a 7-year gap between Alien and Aliens. Before getting the James Cameron directed Aliens, we didn't have the Queen Alien. During this time before Aliens, there were many rumors as to where the aliens came from. We have to remember that no one saw the egg morphing scene until the Alien director's cut that was released in 2003, so the idea of egg morphing wasn't even around to explain where the alien eggs were coming from. Many people began to wonder if it was the derelict craft itself that was creating or laying the xenomorph eggs. Here we have the concept art for the derelict craft's egg room as drawn by H.R. Giger. Many people speculated that these bulbs on the side of the walls were a kind of womb that were producing the eggs. There even appears to be a type of biomechanical conveyor belt leading from the womb down to where the eggs are placed. Now again, remember there was no evidence of a queen alien or any evidence of egg morphing at this time to the alien fanbase. The sheer idea of a living derelict craft that was giving birth to aliens is a crazy idea, but the craziness doesn't stop there. Alien fans also speculated as to what the space jockey was. If you look at the original space jockey design that was used in the Alien film, the pilot looks as if he is growing out of his seat. This led many people to believe that the space jockey itself was growing from the derelict and was the brain to the ship. The pilot itself is a creature of inhuman size and appearance, with a somewhat humanoid look. Its most alien feature is the bone-like extension leading from its face onto its chest. The creature was included in the very first script of the film, and described as a grotesque thing, bearing no resemblance to the human form. It was removed in later rewrites, only to finally get an inclusion back to the final version of Alien at the request of Ridley Scott. The pilot is a symbol of the vastness of space, and the horrifying creatures that exist in it. The corpse is seemingly fused to the telescope-like device, and it is difficult to grasp what the nature of this mysterious creature is. H.R. Giger commented on the design. The creature we finally ended up with building is biomechanical to the extent that he is physically grown into or maybe even out of his seat. He's integrated totally into the function he performs. One could then imagine a different alien universe if these theories ended up coming true. A living craft with a grown brain or nerve center that was the space jockey itself. Perhaps the jockeys that the ship grew could stand and leave the chairs. Then we can think of the craft as giving birth to a race of aliens. People have often said that the humans are the eyes and ears of the universe, the being that lets the universe look inwards to itself. We can imagine that the space jockey was the way the derelict craft saw and interacted with its environments. The ship would also be growing the alien eggs in its cargo hold. It's possible that the alien was the weapon system of the craft, or simply just another extension of itself like the space jockeys. I gotta admit, I love these early ideas as to where the Alien franchise was heading. We now have the prequels, so these ideas are no longer valid to the movies, but they are still interesting theories to look at from an earlier time. To me, these ideas almost match up better to what the art of H.R. Giger showed us. A mix of the living and the mechanical. Machines and living creatures breeding and creating a dark, mixed up world. Giger always said his ideas scared him, and I think this perversion of life and metal, becoming one in a twisted, almost forced method, goes in line with the idea of a living craft and other living creatures that blur the lines of living and dead things and inert or conscious materials. One thing that I'd like to make note of, in the original Alien script, the eggs were not in the derelict ship, but they were in a pyramid next to the craft, similar to what we see in Prometheus. This was cut from the film for time, and the egg chamber was then merged into the ship. These theories wouldn't have worked with the original script, but they did work at the time with the final movie product. So what do you guys think about these early theories? They may not still work with the franchise as it stands today, but it's always interesting to me to see avenues that the franchise could have gone down originally. Do you think the derelicts are alive? Or in the least part, are the ships grown instead of crafted? Who knows? I just want to say thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, if you could leave a like, it helps out the channel so much. And if you haven't already subscribed, why not subscribe for all the future alien goodness to come? Take care, and I hope to see you next time.